everyone, and thank you for joining us on our session with Nell. And I'm super excited to feature this amazing woman. So Cindy, welcome, and thank you so much for fitting us into, we've combined shoots today, but thank you so much for allowing a few minutes of your time.
It's a pleasure, Shireen.
Tell me, what happened after being Miss South Africa? How did everything I would say you literally took South Africa by storm, I think, and mom, businesswoman, you do it everything. So you really do it all. So let's start. How did it happen?
Wow, you actually made that sound really cool.
It is cool. That is why we're here, Inspired Women, because you do inspire. I think doing the stuff that you do and doing it with such a success is an inspiration to a lot of women, because you can do it all. You can have a healthy social life, business, marriage, kids, everything.
Yes, you can. I think you can do it all. I think it's also okay to fail on your way there, and then start again. I mean, you can do it all. It doesn't always happen at once. Yeah. After Miss SA, wow, I did so much. Miss SA, Miss Universe, Pasella, Survivor, Should Become Dancing, I worked for Super Sports for a bit. I always think that one is lucky to an extent. I think it's about 10% talent, 10% luck, and 80% hard work. You can do it all, and I think it's just a matter of drive. You know, I don't know if some people are just born driven, or if you just, because once I've achieved everything that I wanted to achieve in my life, I didn't just sit back and say, okay, well, I'm going to sit home and be glamorous and go to the gym all day. I still work. I'm launching my own new jewelry range called Illuminate. I still work in cosmetics as a director, where we have Essence and Catrice and Caribbean Tan. We're always working on new projects. We're launching a new shimmer for Caribbean Tan now. We've got 2 toddlers,
wow.
1 3, 1 5. We're at the shoot for cancer today, so I'm hosting the Cup of Cancer for the 12 Apostles. I love to do charity work. That's my big new thing. I'm starting a project called FemGrow, Female Empowerment Mobilizing Economic Growth, and that's basically encouraging women to help other women to increase their income. Like, let me give you an example. If we take grannies to ladies who do crochet on the side of the road, to teach them how to crochet stuff that you could buy on H&M, as opposed to those doilies that they've been crocheting for 50 years that nobody really buys anymore. So we're helping them to upskill, basically, and how every little business, like some lady will sell her little fake cook in the township, but we're teaching her how to turn that into a more profitable business.
Wow.
So FemGrow is something that I hope to focus on a lot in the year to come. I'm studying at the moment.
Studying?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm studying financial management at UCT.
Oh no.
So I just like the idea of using my brain. So I actually really get bored if I don't do anything.
That's amazing.
I'm quite hyper like that. But
if you have to give anybody, sorry to barge in there, but if you have to give young women an idea of where to start, will it be just like, you know what, don't take no for an answer, or someone like yourself that has that drive, that has that ambition to do and follow your dreams no matter what, be willing to fail, be willing to, and if you succeed, great, but if you fail, it's also not, oh no, it didn't work, so I'm going to stop now. What is your advice for younger women?
That's a good question. I mean, I started out with nothing, really. I started as a waitress, and I paid my way through, I suppose, modeling and studying to try and make it. I think if I had to give you advice, I suppose don't be scared to take a job that you think is beneath you, just to get the cash flow and get yourself upskilled. Because you need money to start. I mean, you don't need epic amounts of money. But even if you want to start an entrepreneurship, you're going to have to work maybe 2 or 3 jobs. So if you give yourself that initial boost,
work with
then from there on, it's kind of a snowball effect. Yes. Once you start rolling around. So let's say, for example, you want to be a makeup artist, or you want to be an accountant, or you want to work in marketing, or you want to be a successful blogger. If it was me doing that, I would work a job, and then I would work a second job shadowing someone for free. So just to get in there, you know. So once you get in there, then you kind of, as people get to know you and they help you up, and you move up in life. And
I think sometimes people do think it's a get rich quick game. It's either they don't realize to be successful, there's a lot of steps that you have to take. It doesn't just happen like overnight.
I always like that Charlize Theron example. When people saw her getting the Oscar, but she's been there since she was 16. She only got that Oscar when she was like 34, 35. That's a lot of time to put into achieving something. So that's the thing. You have to realize that you do actually have to. When my niece is in New York at the moment, acting, waitressing, being a hostess for events, doing everything. And she's really starting to make it, which is quite amazing to see. That's the process. I mean, when you get rolling. So if I took any advice, I'd say, stay with your mom and dad as long as possible.
Clever advice.
That's for everything. And they also do your washing and feed you. Then you can focus on it.
Cindy, no. No, don't listen to her.
Listen to me. It's much cheaper.
Your poor mom. How long till what age did you stay at home?
No, I'm not a good example. I left home early.
You left home at 14? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That is quite good advice though, because it does save money and it does help a little bit, especially in today's economy where there's a lot of struggles going, and the struggle is real. It's not just a saying, it really is.
And also young people, I see so many of them saying, oh, it's not really happening for me. They spend half their lives partying. I mean, do you want to party or do you want to make a life for yourself?
That's true. So have some direction.
Yeah, and make it important.
I do feel like, and that's also another thing where I do want to chat to you about. As women, society have these boxes that I put women in. So you cannot have a career and be a successful partner / mom / have the perfect figure / have everything and a social life and everything. Because somewhere along the line you're going to feel like you failed or you're not good enough or something. So how do you feel about that stereotypical, the male goes and work and the female stays at home and raise the kids, and no matter what your dreams are, that kind of is the vibe that reigns over young South African women?
No, you must be kidding me. Really?
Yeah, I
woman
think
stays at home. No. I actually think to an extent that we allow that. I think as women we allow to be marginalized because we feel guilty about wanting to go and study, about wanting to enhance our careers, about not being a good enough mother. Where in your life have you ever heard a man saying, I'm not good enough father because I work and I meet my friends for drinks after work? And I think it's just about finding the balance in your life. Like I, for example, don't watch TV. I mean, there's always a sacrifice to be had, because I don't have time for it. And also, it's not relaxing for me. I watched the whole thing on. I don't know if I should be saying this because I'm starting some TV work next year. But anyway, I do think that you will always feel like you're failing. I always feel like I'm failing at some point. I'll wake up the same as you, and I'll say, oh, I'm so fat today, or oh, I feel so guilty that I can't be at my child's thing today, or I wasn't at work and I wasn't good enough, or I had the chocolate brownie, epic fail. Or you always feel like you're failing. I think the secret is to be okay with failing. Yeah. To say, okay, fine. It's not I fail and then I have to get up and go again. Failure is part of life. It's constantly just moving through it. And I don't know, this whole thing about should women stay at home.
The double standard thing?
No, I think there is still double standards, but I also do think that it needs to be a personal decision that you make, that you don't allow those double standards, and you gracefully don't allow it. I mean, you don't have to put your power suits on and box your way through it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's necessary though.
Well, a bit of cleavage actually helps.
Use what your mama gave you.
I'm just joking. But I don't think it should be, we need to act like men to be men. We need to be okay with the fact that we're feminine and we're soft and we do things differently. That we are more emotional and we see things from different angles. And if we're upset, we cry. We don't go quiet for 3 days. We're just very different. I think it's about making peace with that and then moving through that. But yes, I do think there's still double standards. I mean, I don't want to be all feminist, but...
No, I think I like to jump on that bandwagon because I feel that woman needs a voice. Why do you think women are so, I would say, judgmental of one another? Why can't women be more supportive and not have that catty or bitchy response behind everything that we try to do? Do you think they try to be better than one another? Is it you?
Yes, I do. I think women try to be better than one another because we for some reason are so desperate to feel better about ourselves because of all these insecurities that Hollywood breed and the media breed, and so we're constantly feeling insecure. So it does make you feel better if you are, you know, the better person. I think it's ridiculous. I really do think it's absolutely ridiculous. I've just been on a holiday with a whole lot of friends, and I've been on holidays before where all my friends are basically supermodels, and I just really don't enjoy any of those holidays, because it's just, you want to be normal. You don't want to have your whole life revolve around just how your body looks.
Yeah.
And I think it is a little bit sad that if you entirely justify yourself by how you look. I mean, that is a bit sad. I don't want to teach my daughter that. Friends always joke and say she's going to do Miss South Africa, or is she going to model. I mean, I hope not, but if she chooses, I'll support her. But I definitely do not. I never tell her. I never have a big focus on and this is what we should do for our daughters. We should not raise our girls to justify themselves by their looks and by their bodies, because that is so sad. Firstly. Secondly, we should be standing together. We really should. I mean, this is the thing. We cultivate a culture of gossip because we keep quiet. So you, for example, will sit there and you'll say, "Oh, look at that girl," da, da, da. And then I might not say anything because I really don't like gossip. But by not saying anything, because I'm scared that you're going to disapprove of me, I'm still cultivating a culture of gossip. I should rather say something like, "Oh, it's not so bad, shame, and she's actually really beautiful," or "Look how sweet she is."
Oh, women think they bond with one another by gossiping about someone else.
You don't bond with one another by gossiping. I mean, you could bond by... My rule with my friends is I don't want to talk about other people's lives unless it's light and factual or positive or upbuilding. We can talk about our own lives, or we can talk about dreams that we have, or countries we want to go to, or children, or what we can learn from one another. I think it's the gossip culture that we cultivate.
What is your dreams? Not dreams. I see. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm not even going to go for 10 years. Let's just go for 5 years.
I want my legacy in this life to be FemGrow. This project I want to do to help women to create successful lives from nothing, to help them to become better entrepreneurs, to help them start their own businesses, and starting small. It could be anything from vegetable gardens to a young girl like Lauren, my assistant, who wants to make an empire of her blog and her makeup industry. I think that is my dream for my life. But there is also, I must say, in 5 years from now, I want to be able to spend a lot more time with my children. So I'm kind of getting all my dreams out of the way now, so that I can you know, start being there for them when they start going to school and have extramurals and those kind of things. So I mean, I take it day by day. One day I want to retire, the next day I want to do an MBA, the next day I want to become a pop idol. And I'm a bit all over the place like that.
But that's good, because
I just see where the world takes me.
Yeah, if you do what you love, doors will open and things will happen for you.
Yeah. Like when I saw your blog, for example, when you did the London thing, I thought to myself, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like a really funny blog, and I'm going to be like an 80s girl with a bandana, and a day later,
why don't we do it?
No, it's too much work.
No, it's not. It takes just a lot of coffee, no chamomile tea, and I would say about 2 hours on a rainy day.
You can be my inspiration.
I will help you. Like, yeah, we can do this.
Okay, let's do it.
Cindy, thank you so much. I know you're busy and people are all over the show. She really is a busy woman, but she is making a success of everything that she touches, which is an inspiration to everybody. And I want to thank you for sharing a little bit of your life and a little bit of your insight into the woman of the world and how we relate to one another. And with that, I'm going to leave you and I'm going to take you back to your shoot. Bye.
Thank you so much.